Top 10 NFL QBs, 5 to 1, 2015 edition. Number 5, Drew Brees, age 37, New Orleans Saints QB. So we start off the top 5 with a veteran, an old type guy, a guy that is very respected in this league, and a guy that I respect very, very much in this league for what he's been able to do, and very humbly may I input there. Drew Brees. First of all, he has a 1-year, $20 million contract left. So that will be some question of debate of will he finish in New Orleans' career, or is he going, where is he possibly going, because he is 37 and 16-year veteran. Where could he go? Will he stay there? Will he retire somewhere else? Will he get another ring? That's another question to me. We'll see. I just know in my heart of hearts, unfortunately, he won't get a ring with the Saints. They're just not. They're not ready. They're not like they were in 2009. They were unstoppable in 2009. They were such a fun team to watch, but that is not the case anymore. They're struggling. Their defense isn't great at all. It's struggling. He is the one that really fires up New Orleans, these fans, is because they want to go see Drew Brees, what he's going to do every game. And what he does every game is showcase his talent and just beautiful passing and beautiful football from his part, But honestly, it's sad because, you got Carolina, they're a beast. Seattle's, they're, a lot of people have questions about them, but I feel like they'll be fine. They'll be totally fine. Arizona is, loaded. There's a lot of teams in the NFC that I would put in front of New Orleans, which is sad because I do want Drew Brees to get to the big game again, possibly get a ring, but I don't think it's going to happen as a Saint. Overall, though, he deserves to be number 5 because he always is doing something incredible. First of all, his highlights. He's a Super Bowl champion, which is on, I've already told you 2009, that was the magical season they had. Peyton versus Drew. Drew outmatched Peyton in that Super Bowl for sure. And he won Super Bowl MVP. Along with that, he's a 9-time Pro Bowler. He's a 3-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro, 1 year, 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year. He's been nominated Sportsman of the Year at Sports Illustrated, Associated Press Male Athlete of the Year. He has the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. He's been an NFL Comeback Player of the Year, 6-time NFL Passing Yards Leader, 4-time NFL passing touchdowns leader. Overall, just incredible, incredible quarterbacking for him. Yards-wise, touchdown-wise, he is invincible, man. This guy is dangerous. But overall, Drew Brees this year, 15 games played, 428 completions, 68.3 completion percentage, with a 4,870 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 5 fumbles, 75.5 is QBR, 101 is passer rating, along with 24 attempts for 14 yards rushing wise and a TD and 5 first downs. But you just look at that, as he's always in that 5. He's been in a 5,000 yard range, and you're like, man, you got 4,000? What? That's weak sauce. No, obviously, because you expect a lot more from him. It's just Drew is dominant. He's a Hall of Famer for sure, and he's already at 60,000. He's gonna be top 3 most passing yards of all time. I have a feeling of it. Him and Tom and Peyton, those are the 3 best quarterbacks I've ever seen in terms of this generation wise. So greatness for sure for Drew Brees. Number 4, Tom Brady, age 39. The New England Patriots quarterback. So, no more Peyton. Peyton's retired. No more Manning versus Brady bowl, which is sad to see for sure go. And I knew Peyton was going to retire before Brady just because I looked at the form and I was like, Peyton had that neck surgery. Unbelievable. We knew at some point it was going to catch up to him where he was not going to be able to play anymore really as effectively as he did. Just watch the Super Bowl, just watch some of his games last year. We knew that was it. He was going to step down, and that was it. But Tom, he still has it, man. He can still play. And honestly, it's one of these people. It's like one of these athletes that I'm like, I don't know when he's gonna retire. I don't know if he's gonna play till 50. I don't know how long he's gonna end up. I feel like he's still got a few good more years in him. You know, he's still got something in the tank. Um, I don't know if that'll result in him winning in another Super Bowl title, making that five for him, which is pretty damn good. I'm telling you, if you get five Super Bowl titles, but I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen with Tom. If I know he's going strong. 4 game suspension. That's really not gonna do much once he gets back. I think New England will get back to their same old self. Tom is always, straight up just talent, and we're gonna when he retires, a lot of people will either be really happy or really sad. I'm not. I'm in between. I don't really truly blame him for everything in terms of the cheating stuff, the Deflategate, all that stuff. Same time, I understand where it comes where people are like, hey, but how did he? He would know how when he's throwing the football, he's a quarterback. He would know if it's flatter than usual or whatever. But that's none of my business. I don't know honestly. If I knew the true story, if really I was there, I wish I was there. I would really know what's going on. But I can't judge any athlete at all. I feel like they're all here for a reason, and Tom is an exceptional talent, no matter how much you hate him or how much you would want to downgrade him. But Tom, he's got 4 years, 82 million left in his contract. That's all the way till he's 42 years of age. We'll see if he plays throughout that. His accomplishments are literally endless at times. I mean, Peyton, Drew, that was hard to. Tom's is unbelievable to just look at. A 4 time Super Bowl champion, a 3 time Super Bowl MVP, a 2 time MVP, and then NFL, 11-time Pro Bowler, a 2 time first team All Pro, 2 time second team All Pro, 2 time NFL Offensive Player of the Year, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Associated Press Male Athlete of the Year. He's been a 2 time Sporting News Sportsman of the Year, Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, 4 time NFL Passing Touchdowns Leader, 2 time NFL Passing Yards Leader, NFL 2000s All-Decade Team. It just goes on and on with that. That's pretty much the main career highlights, obviously. And you just look at his stats this year: 16 games played, 402 completions, 64.4 completion percentage, with 4,770 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 64.4 QBR, 102 passer rating, 34 attempts rushing wise for 53 yards, and he got 3 touchdowns in there. He did have a fumble, none lost. I don't know what to tell you. This is incredible for me. Incredible numbers. Still almost over 5,000 yards, and he was 38 years of age. Again, another AFC Championship trip. Again, another chance to get to the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter whoever Tom has, he's going to lead him. He's going to make him a star receiver. And this is the New England Patriots. I think they'll still be AFC East Kings, and you most likely see him down the road at AFC Divisional, AFC Championship, that type of thing. Possibly another Super Bowl, who knows? But just watch out. He's still a dynamic player. Number 4. Number 3, Russell Wilson, age 27, Seattle Seahawks quarterback. I can't tell you enough about how respected he is where I live. Of course, you know where that is. I live in Washington State for the past 2 years or so, and the crowd is unbelievable. The passion, the pride is here. Even the Mariners, for sure, after having 2001 really being in the postseason, obviously being relevant. They're still excited. They're excited for this is a sports town, which makes me even wonder why they got rid of the Sonics. But that's for a different topic. Russell Wilson is the man. He is the man here in Seattle. He is what everyone loves. He's what everyone just dreams of being. And he's a man. I'm telling you, he is a boss. He does everything. He can run. He can pass. He's has the ability to open up plays. If fumbles or anything occurs, he's able to turn something out of nothing. He's a guy that's been in the 3rd round For a QB, third round is always like, yeah, he's gonna be all right. Probably a good backup for his career. This guy truly made something out of nothing, and it's even more incredible to now to see it. 5'11", and he's going strong. Exceptional. I love watching Russell Wilson work, man. Russell Wilson is he is wow, he's incredible. Let's just look at his contract. He has a 4-year, $87.6 million. He's locked up. He's gonna stay here till the age of 30. We'll see if he, beyond that. I'm sure he will be, just because it's Russell Wilson, man. He's definitely a hero here in Seattle. He brought his first Super Bowl to Seattle. Obviously, I understand that defense is super dominant, but you got to give credit is due as well. Russell Wilson, beast mode, all those guys were a big part of it. Anyway, Russell Wilson as a whole, right now, already he's been in this league only 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and he's already a Super Bowl champion. He's a two-time NFC champion. He's been back-to-back Super Bowls. Should be back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Just saying. Anyway, 3-time Pro Bowler. He's a Pro Bowl offensive MVP. He won that in the 2015 Pro Bowl. NFL passer rating leader. NFL Rookie of the Year. And he's grown to being the man here, and just 5 years and he's 7,000 yards from getting 20,000. So he's gonna get it, man. He's incredible guy, man. Overall, so far, 16 games played, 329 completions for 68.1 completion percentage, the best in his career. 4,024 passing yards for 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 74.9 QBR, 110.1 passer rating. He is up at number 3, not just because he's the next big thing, just like Cam and Andrew, but also because that was his best season in his career, and he showed that, no, I don't need just Marshawn to be successful in my defense. It's me. I can pass. I can throw it. He had that incredible span of just Doug Baldwin of passing touchdowns. But the fact that he didn't have, he's been having those great numbers where he doesn't throw many picks. He's able to get those, finally getting 4,000 plus passing yards. But just overall what he's been able to do, he has not missed a game in his 5 years, and that's saying something. His durability is there, and I can't wait to see Seattle play this year. I think Russell Wilson's gonna rock that house. He's the man here, obviously, and nothing's gonna change. And he's gonna just keep climbing up to the leaderboard. I know he wants to prove that he is the best QB in all of football. I know that, and he's got that competitive nature, and we'll see if it happens. Number 2, Cam Newton, age 26, Carolina Panthers quarterback. So, number 2 is Cam Newton. He's not the best QB in the league, but he's pretty darn close to topping to being number 1. And it just goes to show young QBs are taking over this game. Number 2, Cam Newton. So, obviously, he was named number 1 player of the top 100 for 2016. A lot of people, giving him a lot of crap about his post-game, interview, not really answering questions, not really truly being, in their terms, humbling. Really, everyone has always said, man, he's terrible. Like, he's a terrible teammate. He's got the worst sportsmanship, stuff like that. He didn't even try. Why didn't he even try to get the fumble and the Super Bowl? Like, well, he's such a boss, but beast. But why is he sucking? Stuff like that. And to me, honestly, I can't at all put him down at all. This is a 6'5" dude that really can run, can jump, can pass the ball, just is a dual threat. He's pretty much a middle linebacker, pretty much between having that strong safety type mentality of linebacker in terms of how, like, he's not afraid to get hit and he's not afraid to hit you, along with being able to be a elusive type QB that is able to just do, like, so much with the ball, can create space, can create opportunities if he's under pressure to deliver that ball. He pinpoint accuracy there. He's just able to really showcase how well he is just as a football player. And you know what? If he doesn't have anyone, he's gonna run and he's gonna take his chances. Pretty much, what I get from Cam Newton is he is just a freak of nature. Just a 6'5", 245 guy that is, man. He's gonna be hard to bring down for sure. Overall, Cam Newton though, right now he's got a 5-year, $103.8 million contract. Wow, that's a lot, first of all, and he deserves all of it pretty much. He's going to be in Carolina at the end of his contract, 31 years old. We'll see how it goes. But, no, definitely Cam Newton, man. Dang, man, he's something special. 3-time Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro. He won the MVP, obviously the 15-1 Carolina Panthers of this year. NFL Offensive Player of the Year this year. He got NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had like 14 rushing touchdowns or something like that for his rookie year, which is insane, first of all. But anyway, you're looking at his numbers this year. It's incredible to me. 16 games played, 296 completions, 59.8 completion percentage. Doesn't look so well in terms of, I know that's really not high at all. But what he's been able to do with the football, man, 3,837 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 1 fumble, 66.1 is QBR, 99.4 is his passer rating. Pretty much he lowered his interception rate, which is great, and he definitely threw a lot of TDs, which is also another good thing, another positive thing of why he's getting up in there. 16 games, again, he had 132 rushing attempts. He had 636 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, 4 fumbles. But 10 rushing touchdowns for over 600 rushing yards for a QB, that's something special to me. And, just it shows what he's able to do, man. He's able to just create something, and he's like a Russell Wilson, only he's just huge and a freak of nature for his size. Just fast and strong and everything you need, and led this Panthers team to, a great Super Bowl run. I just think Carolina is really, really close. They are the next best thing compared to Seattle. Those two, I feel like those two will be fighting to see who will be playing on that Super Bowl Sunday. Cam Newton is unbelievable, man. He deserves to be on this countdown. Number 1, best QB in football, Aaron Rodgers, age 32, Green Bay Packers quarterback. Yes, he is the best quarterback in the NFL. No, he's not as agile as Russell. No, he's not as huge as Cam. He's Aaron Rodgers, but he has a gun, man, and that's the thing that separates him out of everyone. First of all, he's a lot accurate than Cam. He's a lot accurate than Russell. A lot accurate than most QBs. Let me tell you, he's a touchdown machine. He is able to run when he needs to. He doesn't just make that a purpose like Cam, or he'll just run for some yards. No, when Aaron Rodgers does need to, run, he will run. But this guy is a pocket passer type guy, accurate. I mean, you have to prepare for this guy all the time, but he's dynamite, man. He is dynamite, and it just goes to show he's so entertaining to watch. 4 years, $88 million is his contract status right now as it stands. That's great. That's awesome for him. He deserves it totally for sure. So far, what he's been able to do in his career: Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro, 2-time MVP, AP Athlete of the Year. Overall, that to me is exceptional. Let me tell you, it's exceptional, especially for a guy that was a backup to Brett Favre. Again, when I say, it's great to have some Hall of Famer, some sort of stability there to help you achieve becoming a great QB. I think Aaron Rodgers did I think it was great that he was right there looking at what Brett did and him helping Aaron being a better quarterback. Once he left, let me tell you, Aaron needed to be put on a spot. Everyone was like, how is he going to do? He didn't really have much of a experience type deal, even though he had Brett Favre. They're like, how is he going to do? Is he really going to succeed, though? And what I saw is, he could succeed for sure. For sure, there's no way in hell that people expected him to really be this great, though. That's the thing. just because even though he was a first round pick, I'm pretty sure he had a great talent in Cal for sure, but I'm pretty sure some people were like, I don't know if he's ready or not. And by the first start, he showed that he can play this game and at a very high level. And he's been able to do that at 32. He's still in his prime. Aaron's still going to be in his prime for sure for a while. Eventually he will decline, and I think that's why Cam and Russell will get back up. But for right now, Aaron is on top of the world of QBs, and he's totally deserving of it. 16 games played, 347 completions, 60.7 completion percentage, 3,821 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 64.9 QBR, 92.7 passer rating with 8 fumbles. And rushing wise, when he had to, 58 attempts, 344 rushing yards for a touchdown. Pretty much, this is a guy that doesn't need to rush, but for a guy that doesn't really need to rush, doesn't really make that a focal point, 344 rushing yards, it just shows how much of an impact he is with his legs as well. So that goes to show that he is a true talent on both sides on what he can do, reads the field well, and he's made Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, all those guys look exceptionally well, and Green Bay is also going to be on that contender list for Super Bowl, as well as winning it all. So we'll see how it goes for them this year. But as long as they have Aaron Rodgers healthy, don't count him out. He is the top of the QB world.